Ka Nirmala Sitharaman, ka Menteri Pelatengka ka Sarkar India, haka cingwan jungo jongkai ka Meghalaya, kalayo banbu maunong rem naga banta bantai bunteli ki project. Haka khatwai terik naitung arhajarapsan haka jingelang ka balalong Halariti International Center for Performing Art and Culture, ka Nirmala Sitharaman, haka jingedonor kat Konrad ke sangma kalayo banbu maunong rem ya ki kampenroy ban penwandur ya ka jela Meghalaya. But ia kini ki project labai tengka da ka special assistant to state for capital investment. Kini ki project ki kentup ka jingpen internet lane ka redevelopment of Lake, ka development of MICE infrastructure at Maukhanu, ka working women hostel ha Shillong, Jowai, Bernihat, Batura, ka IICA Northeastern Region Compass Shillong, ka CBIC Integrated Complex Kabadon ha Sauli, New Shillong. Haka nega jingilang Menteri Rengba ka Sarkar jela Konrad ke sangma bat ka Nirmala Sitharaman ka Menteri Pelatengka ka Sarkar pedeng kila IT ya ka song pisa ya ki nongsengkam lajong bakin pynheh shuh ya ki kam jong ki.
This calls for a resounding applause.
We had a GSDP of approximately $4.6 billion. And we looked at ourselves and we realized that even among the states in terms of the overall per capita GSDP and also in terms of the SDG goals, Meghalaya was far below average, right at the bottom of the matrix. And hence, our entire journey began with this desire to take us forward and bring us, if not in the top state, but at least in the top 10 states before we turn 60 years old, that is 2032. And hence, we set a target that from $4.6 billion, based on the target that the Honorable Prime Minister has also set for our nation, we said we must touch a $10 billion economy. In the last 4 to 5 years, after, of course, taking the COVID aspect in mind, after working continuously and very aggressively in a systematic and a strategic manner, Madam, I'm happy to inform you that we are above, almost touching, in fact, a $6 billion economy, and our growth rate, right now, the economic growth rate that Meghalaya is seeing is almost touching 15%, and which is much higher compared to the national average. And this has been possible, as I mentioned in my opening remarks, because we set a target in front of us. I remember there were people who were laughing at us at that point in time, ridiculing us, and telling us, what is this government trying to do? We wanted to be in the top 10 states of the country, and we will be. We set out a very steep target, knowing that it's not easy. But we believed that we must challenge ourselves. In the first few weeks, taking over as Chief Minister, the press asked me, what is your priority going to be? And I remember very distinctly replying to the press that I'm going to do something very simple, which is I will do things differently. As Chief Kera says, I will do things differently. May not be different things, but I will do them differently.
I'm indeed very honored to be here very many specific mentions were made by the Honorable Chief Minister in his very passionate speech. But what I see as a very clear message from the Honorable Prime Minister in his focus on the development of Northeast is the way in which not only the many visits of the Prime Minister himself and of the Cabinet Ministers from the Union Government in the last 10 years, 11th year this year, 11th entering into the 12th, have made to this region, personally committing themselves for the growth and development of the Northeast. It doesn't just reflect in the various infrastructure projects, but also in the way in which government schemes are taken to a saturation level. Today you had some beneficiaries receiving checks under the PM Mudra scheme or PM Employment Guarantee Program or many other. But when these are in an indicative fashion showcased before a large audience, it is only to show and to demonstrate and to prove that these schemes are not just benefiting large industries, they are actually benefiting the small people who are doing their small businesses, who do not have money or land or building or any gold to offer as security. They are people who want to do their business, earn something more to keep their families going. But if they don't have securities to offer to the banks, banks never consider their proposals. But since 2014, you have Prime Minister Modi, who openly said, if our banks cannot fund small entrepreneurs, small shopkeepers, small vegetable vendors who come to streets to sell their produce, but who are not able to do it because they don't have that little capital available to them, how are we going to support our citizens? So in a public meeting, in fact, I think it was even from the Red Fort that the Prime Minister said, I will be the guarantee for small businesses in this country. Banks shall not ask for any security from them. So many of these small loans which are given to small businesses, whether under PM Mudra scheme or Swanidhi scheme for street vendors in particular, and then the PM Vishwakarma scheme, which comes with 18 different trades which get training on the trade, advanced skills, and also complete kit which is given to them to carry forward their business. And during the training, you get paid also so that you're not losing your wage there and coming and spending your money to get yourself trained. So well thought through programs. So that small businesses, small entrepreneurs get the support and we take it forward so that no one in this country feels neglected. No one in this country thinks that even though they want to build their businesses, they have no support mechanism prevailing around. All those apprehensions and all those fears have been dispelled, and that is why when I do these programs, I insist on at least a few people receiving in front of that state's chief minister, like now the chief minister of Meghalaya. Before him, we give these checks to those businesses which are small, but yet banks are lending to them so that their businesses can be taken forward. The reason why I'm elaborating on this one particular principle of Prime Minister Modi's governance is he says that he understands the pulse of the common people. He designs schemes in order that the common people benefit from them, and in implementing It is not just lying in the files, it actually happens in the ground. And that doesn't happen only in and around Delhi, it happens in far-flung regions. It happens definitely in the northeast as well. So these are only token gestures which I'm showcasing, but actually from the banks, everybody who approaches them does get that assistance. So the large principle of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas that Prime Minister often repeats is getting in the ground benefits reaching to common people.